Many people love a good steak. It is a delicious and satisfying meal. But cooking the perfect steak can be tricky. There are many different opinions on the best way to cook a steak. Some people like their steak well done, while others prefer it rare. Medium rare is a popular choice for many steak lovers. It is cooked on the outside and pink in the middle. A medium rare steak is juicy and flavorful. In this guide, we will show you how to cook the perfect medium rare steak. We will provide clear and simple instructions that anyone can follow. Let's get started. Before you start cooking, you will need a few essential tools and ingredients. These will help you achieve the perfect medium rare steak. First, you will need a good quality steak. A thick-cut steak, such as a ribeye or New York strip, is a good choice. You will also need salt, pepper, oil, and butter. These are the basic seasonings for your steak. For extra flavor, you can add garlic and thyme to the pan while the steak is cooking. A meat thermometer is essential for checking the temperature of the steak. Finally, you will need a skillet, tongs, and aluminum foil. Now that you have all your tools and ingredients, you are ready to start cooking. The key to a delicious medium rare steak is a good sear. Searing the steak creates a flavorful crust on the outside. This helps to keep the juices inside the steak. Before you start cooking, take your steak out of the refrigerator. Let it sit at room temperature for about 30 minutes. This will help the steak to cook more evenly. Once the steak is at room temperature, generously season it with salt and pepper. Don't be afraid to use a lot of seasoning. Salt and pepper will enhance the flavor of the steak. Now it's time to heat your skillet. Place a heavy-bottomed skillet over high heat. Add a tablespoon of oil to the skillet. The oil should start to shimmer when it is hot enough. Section 4. Achieving medium rare perfection. Carefully place the steak in the hot skillet. You should hear a loud sizzle. Sear the steak for 2 to 3 minutes on each side. Don't move the steak while it is searing. This will allow the crust to form properly. Once the steak is seared on both sides, add a tablespoon of butter to the skillet. Add a few cloves of garlic and a sprig of thyme. Use a spoon to baste the steak with the melted butter. This will add flavor and moisture to the steak. To ensure your steak is cooked to medium rare, use a meat thermometer. Insert the thermometer into the thickest part of the steak. The ideal temperature for medium rare is 130 degrees Fahrenheit or 54 degrees Celsius. If the steak is not cooked to your liking, you can adjust the cooking time accordingly. For a more well-done steak, cook for a longer time. For a rarer steak, cook for a shorter time. Section 5. Avoiding common pitfalls. Cooking the perfect medium rare steak is easy once you know how. However, there are a few common mistakes that people make. One mistake is not letting the steak come to room temperature before cooking. If the steak is too cold, it will not cook evenly. Another mistake is overcrowding the pan. If you are cooking multiple steaks, use a large enough skillet. Overcrowding the pan will lower the temperature and prevent the steaks from searing properly. Finally, many people overcook their steaks. A meat thermometer is essential for avoiding this. Insert the thermometer into the thickest part of the steak to get an accurate reading. By following these simple tips, you can avoid common mistakes and cook a delicious medium rare steak every time. Section 6. Serving your masterpiece. Once your steak has reached the desired temperature, remove it from the skillet. Transfer it to a plate and loosely tent it with aluminum foil. Let the steak rest for 5 to 10 minutes before slicing and serving. Resting the steak allows the juices to redistribute throughout the meat. This will result in a more tender and flavorful steak. Slice the steak against the grain for maximum tenderness. A medium rare steak is delicious on its own, but you can also serve it with your favorite sides. Roasted vegetables, mashed potatoes, and a simple salad are all great choices. Enjoy your perfectly cooked medium rare steak.